this movie could double as therapy for so many people.
Yeah, seriously,
Harper
though.
searches a toy chest marked
It's a good
Lee
thing.
stuff and finds a bunch of Polaroids. Hope they've got a clue or something.
Ah!
It's scary.
Hey guys, my name's Dan, and this reaction comes from Dead Meat. This is Longlegs 2024 kill counts. Now, seeing Nick Cage in more horror movies is actually pretty freaking amazing. I love him just sort of drifting into this genre because, you know, Nick Cage has always been, as seen as someone who can be very over the top at times, and this character is probably the pinnacle of it for me, which kind of makes it like the best role for him, I feel like, and I was not expecting that going into this movie. So let's see what James has to say about it, some of the behind the scenes stuff, and I'll let you know how I feel about it at the very end of this video. But before we do, though, please check all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, Dead Meat's link. If you haven't already, it's a great way to support the entire Dead Meat team. And a great and easy way to support me is to go right below this video and click all those buttons down there, because I'm going to let you see future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel to grow. And without any further ado, let's go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all of our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Longlegs, released in 2024. Longlegs is the fourth film directed by Oz Perkins, son of Psycho actor Anthony Perkins. Like his father, Oz began his career as an actor, with notable appearances in Legally Blonde and as a young Norman Bates in Psycho 2. We saw him on the Kill Count recently, thanks to his fun little cameo in Nope. Over the past decade plus, Perkins has established himself as a filmmaker in his own right. His style doesn't always work for me, but he does have a style, which I can respect. Longlegs was probably his most mainstream movie, at least until The Monkey, thanks in large part to an incredible marketing campaign by distributor Neon. It follows a female FBI agent in 1990s Oregon as she hunts a serial killer named Longlegs. Agent Lee Harker is played by Micah Monroe, who has established herself as a modern scream queen. She started her career with The Guest and It Follows, and gave an incredible performance in 2022's Watcher. While Harker is reminiscent of Clarice Starling in some ways, Monroe makes her a unique and full-fledged character of her own.
Sure does.
Bundle of neuroses and possible autism. Her character goes up against Longlegs, played by Nicolas Cage, doing his Nicolas Cage thing. He's been on the couch of Mandy and Willy's Wonderland, and he's back again here, being somehow both unrecognizable and the most Nicolas Cage I've ever seen him. Given subject matter, it's no surprise Longlegs pays tribute to crime thrillers like Seven and Silence of the Lambs. But don't expect an intricate detective plot. While there is plenty of clue gathering and code cracking, this movie's much more of a mood piece. That mood is foreboding, thanks to the long camera shots, the creepy score, and all the crime scene photos and 911 calls. It does a great job getting under your skin. This thing is a nightmare, but also, like, kind of a cozy one. It's like a nightmare you could curl up on the carpet with.
It's like a long dream. And so dark.
I know that didn't work for everyone, especially people wanting something more grounded. Shit gets downright wackadoo in the final act. But for me, it's such a unique horror experience, I'm not gonna get hung up on little plot details. Especially since I saw it on the big screen. I was fine just being swallowed up by cold cinematography and an off-kilter mood.
I can feel that. Whoa, what was that?
Birthday card?
Hey!
My birthday was months ago. Huh. Oh, it's written in some kind of code.
Oh, I see.
No, wait, it's just written upside down. James, you're getting old. Rude.
What?
Are you taking care of your deteriorating body? What?
Oh, Sock Talk.
So now, just because I have to worry about sleep and what kind of food I eat and the aches I get when I wake up every morning, now my body's falling apart? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of is,
Regardless, I am making sure to take care of myself by seeing all the necessary doctors with the help of today's sponsor, ZocDoc.
Woo, got it.
is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. They offer doctors across every specialty, from primary care to mental health to dental to more. And you can filter from their available doctors to see who takes your insurance, how close they are, and how well rated they are. Then, once you've found a doctor, you can search appointment openings and instantly book a visit. With many available in just 24 to 72 hours.
Oh, ow.
I think I pulled something. Stop putting off all those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/deadmeat to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/deadmeat. ZocDoc.com/deadmeat. How many victims will Longlegs leave long dead? Let's find out and get to the kills. The movie begins with a dinosaur, T-Rex to be exact, with the lyrics to Bang a Gong, Get It On. A rounded 4x3 frame fades from crimson into the exact kind of creepy shot Oz Perkins is so good at. At a snowy white farmhouse, a little girl admires the scenery. Tree, 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 man, like an art out of nowhere.
There she is. The almost birthday girl.
Okay, we're in full-on Weirdsville already.
Yep.
Apologizing for his
Right off
lame
the bat.
legs, Goldilocks bends down to show the little girl his title card. The opening credits play under Jewel by T-Rex as the aspect ratio switches to 16:9. The movie's kinda needlessly divided into parts, with the first one called His Letters, whomever he may be. Rookie FBI agent Lee Harker is assigned a partner named Fisk, a man full of cheekbones and jaw. She's quiet and more than a little awkward as they canvass houses looking for a suspect, but she speaks up when her spidey senses tingle at a house that ain't even on their list. Handsome
Hello.
Squidward humors her and checks it out.
Hi there.
Yep, not for very long.
Oh no, that handsome face! Ruined by a front door gunshot. Wonder how many paper boys this place has gone through. Pushing through her shock and with her partner's blood still on her face, Harker manages to apprehend the suspect. The incident lands her in the FBI's X-Files basement, where she's put through a word association exercise. It's designed to test her for latent psychic abilities, and while she's not quite Danny Torrance, she is able to correctly guess a randomly generated number half the time.
Half psychic is better than not psychic at all, I'd say.
So basically, Harker has supernatural hunches. I love that little wrinkle of magical realism. It's very Stephen King, and it sets Longlegs apart from its more grounded inspirations. She mates with two
I
senior
enjoyed that too,
agents,
actually.
Carter and Browning,
One of my
who assign
notes.
her to a cold case they've been struggling with. Over the past few decades, a string of fathers have violently killed their entire families and then themselves. Each family had a daughter who was born on the 14th of a month, and each crime scene had a coded letter left behind, written and signed by someone named Longlegs.
10 houses, 10 families, over the past 30 years.
With no leads, Carter has Harker turn that beautiful mind towards the case. She pores over newspapers, death certificates, and terrifying 911 calls.
When you're sleeping, it's the best time to do it.
Plenty of dead people in this truly unsettling montage, but I won't count them since we never met them in person outside
There.
of photographs. Staring at bodies all day causes Harker's mind to go down the drain. Yeah, been there, girl. So Carter takes her out to unwind over drinks. Harker theorizes that Longlegs might be working with accomplices, a la the Manson family, as Carter scarfs down, what is that, man? Like probably his fourth old fashioned? She drives his drug ass
Probably.
home and shows off more of that personable personality.
You get to come meet my wife and kid.
No.
Sir, do I have to?
Yeah.
He meets his wife Anna and her daughter Ruby, who shows Harker inside her room. I love this scene, with Harker so out of her element.
What about that thing? Do you go in it?
But at the same time, she shows more candor with Ruby than she does with any of the adults.
Is it scary being a lady FBI agent?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Before she leaves, Ruby invites Harker to her upcoming birthday party. Oh, great. Now she's gonna have to think of a gift to get. Micah Monroe was a huge fan of crime thrillers and wanted to be a part of Longlegs as soon as she read the script.
When I read the script, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be in like an FBI outfit on a crime scene.
For her performance, she took inspiration from Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, another female sleuth who's comfortable solving crime but awkward in social situations. Harker gets home to her gorgeous cabin in the woods. It's like she's living in a damn vacation home. She talks to her mom on the phone, but the conversation's so frosty, she's gonna have to soak her hand in warm water when she's done. Her solitude is breached by a knocking at her door. Who's there? Ooh, a shadow in the woods. A shadow in the woods. Who? Oh, no, seriously, come back and tell me. All of a sudden, there's a man inside her house. He's
Oh,
already
no.
gone when she gets inside, though. That little sneaker letter lever. The letter is a gift of sorts, a part 2 nestled amongst all of her things. Over a bowl of the soggiest, saddest Cheerios, she tries to
Aw.
crack the code. Jesus will tell her how
What a
to do it.
waste.
Have faith in the Lord. With some biblical help, she decodes the letter, discovering a little edgelord threat pertaining to her mother's milk. Harker's called away to the latest Longlegs crime scene, which she enters in a sick tracking shot. The family this house belongs to was supposed to be on vacation, which is why it's taken so long to find their nasty, maggoty bodies in the bed. This is the
Yup.
family's mother and 10-year-old daughter, murdered by a father who's also dead, but whose body we never see. Harker uses the cipher from her birthday card to decrypt the letter left here, but she can't tell her boss how she learned to do it, or else, well, you know. Decoding the rest of Longlegs' letters reveals a pattern to his murders. They always took place 1 to 6 days before or after the family daughter's birthday.
It's an algorithm.
His algorithm.
Oh, careful now. Algorithms really don't like kills. Or
They really don't.
Grown-up stuff in general. The murder dates
Yep,
form a
true.
triangle with an upcoming murder to take place 3 days from now. And the letters all used a recurring phrase, too.
The fine time we had at the Camera family farm, where X's marked the spot.
Carter recognizes the name Camera as one of the family of victims, the only one who had a survivor. Carrie Ann Camera was at school when her dad killed her mom and a local priest. It's a welcome break in the case.
She's still alive?
Water Rock Psychiatric Hospital.
It's not far from here.
132 miles, sir.
And the old farm?
89.
Let's start there.
They head to the Camera family's now abandoned
He is
farm,
good.
where we get more wonderful moody shots. I really love the winter dreariness that permeates this whole
That's
film.
the tone.
Courtesy of first-time director of photography, Andre Sorochi. Wow. While the film's plot is a spin on Silence of the Lambs, Orochi didn't mimic that movie's visual style. Instead, he and Perkins took inspiration from Gus Van Sant films like Drugstore Cowboy, My Own Private Idaho, and Elephant, which inspired those long Steadicam shots, but not the Psycho remake, sadly. Orochi also staged shots with more headroom than normal, an uncomfortable framing that conveys unseen forces keeping the characters down. Tucker and Carter follow X's to the barn, where in an upper loft, they uncover a realistic replica doll of Carrie Ann. Damn, looks like Megan really took her sequel's box office failure hard. God damn it! Inside the doll's head, they find a hollow metal ball. The coroner says it has nothing inside, yet it somehow emits a high-pitched noise. Really tuned to the bad vibes frequency, too.
The other night, I could have sworn it was whispering my ex-wife's name over and over again.
The sound ushers in a vision of Longlegs building the doll in his basement.
What's your name, little angel?
He says her name doesn't matter much because she is the dark, and then he shrouds her. You see all that too, Harker? Shit was weird, right? We're nearly halfway
Little
through
bit.
the film, so it's a good time to finally meet our daddy Longlegs in the pale flesh. Big Double L is shopping at a hardware store and advertising Neon's other horror film from the same year.
Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was confusing, but hey, Dan Stevens was having fun. This teenage clerk is played by Bea Perkins, Oz's daughter. In fact, she's calling for him right now.
Daddy!
The interaction humiliates Longlegs, but he turns his road rage into a banger. The
Oh,
agent's
so
gonna visit
good.
Carrie Ann Camera herself.
I love that
She's been
scene.
committed to a mental hospital run by the greatest little side character ever. He says Carrie Ann had been unresponsive these past 8 years, but just became lucid yesterday after she got a visitor. Too bad he didn't see who the visitor was, and they used Harker's name for the sign-in sheet.
Does the guard check IDs?
Well, it does sound like a good idea.
Ha!
No.
I love the random humor in this movie. This bit courtesy of Shafin Kareem. He was also in The Monkey, the Perkins written and directed film that
Okay.
came out like 7 months after Longlegs. How the hell did you do that, Oz? Well, Carter waits in the
By
hallway.
being
Harker
awesome.
interviews Carrie Ann, who, surprise, is played by Kiernan Shipka, last seen on the kill count and Totally Killer. I totally wasn't expecting to see her as this random side character, but it makes sense. Shipka had starred in 2015's The Blackcoat's Daughter, which was Perkins's directorial debut. She was only hired a few days before shooting and had to wear contacts to match her eye color to the actress playing young Carrie Ann in flashbacks. Carrie Ann doesn't remember anything since her family died, but she recounts the time leading up to it in 4x3 flashback style. Seemed like her mom was into knife play and her dad worked real hard on his axe swings. Must have been practicing for when he used that axe on their local priest. Then,
Yup.
while her mama was talking to a shrouded POV, he used the axe on her too. We see
Damn.
more of the attack in a later flashback. Oh, and I'm also counting Papa Camera now too. We don't see his death on screen, but we've met him now.
Yeah.
And he dies right after this.
Yeah.
Carrie Ann's mom is played by stunt woman Lisa Chandler, who also doubled Micah Monroe in this movie. Her creepy performance adds a lot to this kill scene, which we featured on our halftime show video with Oz and Elijah Wood joining us to analyze it and break it down. Carrie Ann
That's
tells
fun.
Harker that she's a big stan of the guy who visited her.
Like if and he told me to take a jumpy out a window, I'd surely do.
This speech pattern is certainly a choice, but I think Shipka commits enough to sell it. I like how brazenly fucking weird it is.
Or if and he told me to kill you right here in this room with my bare hand, I'd surely do. Just happy as peaches to watch your heavy heart go pop pop, and your eyes is to go all to blood.
even when it gets a little gollum. Carrie Ann says
Little
she
bit.
doesn't remember any doll that looked like her, but implies that Harker also has a doppelganger that she don't remember either. This implied connection between Harker and Longlegs becomes more explicit when Carter uncovers another connection. She was the little girl in the cold open, which took place the day before her 9th birthday. And her birthday is on the 14th of the month, just like the daughters in the families that were killed. Carter's learned this thanks to a police report filed by her mom, which described a tall, pale, creepy-ass trespasser. While it's understandably overlooked with everything else going on, I love Blair Underwood's performance as this movie's Scott Glenn character. Perkins loved him too. He was enchanted just watching him flip a lid over in the barn scene.
It was so sexy and suave.
Harker has no memory of the incident from her 9th birthday, even though we've seen how memorable it was, so Carter sends her home to talk to her mama. Harker's mother Ruth has been off screen until now, with only her voice heard during eerily flat phone calls.
Lee, are you still saying your prayers?
Turns out she's equally unsettling in person.
Prayers don't do a goddamn thing.
Oh man, this mother-daughter relationship is fraught. Lee probably can't
Sure
even
is.
name the last holiday she spent here. Ruth is just so quietly intense. She makes Harker's discomfort levels soar from their already high baseline.
You're not a child because you were allowed to grow up.
Allowed?
This is a cruel world. Especially for the little things.
Ruth's excellent performance comes courtesy of Alicia Witt, who was final girl Natalie in Urban Legend. There's only 17
There
years
was.
between the actresses playing mother and daughter, but Witt is aged up thanks to hairstyling and makeup. She looks like the life's been drained out of her, matching her home that's become a suffocating tomb.
Perfect.
This place is Marie Kondo's worst nightmare. The piles of bags and boxes behind them, the kitchen that would give Gordon Ramsay a heart attack, the stairs. Oh my god, the fire hazard of those stairs.
Good God
Witt
almighty.
doesn't like watching her own work and still hasn't seen Longlegs, but said playing Ruth was cathartic. Her own parents barred her from their home for over a decade, refusing her help when it fell into disrepair. That eventually led to their deaths in December 2021 when they died from suspected cold exposure. Witt
my.
described her experience on Longlegs as spiritual, helping her come to terms with her mother's mental illness. Ruth says she
I can
doesn't
see that.
remember the trespasser she filed a police report about, but if Harker wants, she can poke around her old stuff. It's all there, trust. Even her old baby teeth.
Jesus Christ, Mom.
This relates to what Ruby told Harker about the childhood toys her dad keeps around.
Dad says he wants to keep some of my old stuff around so I don't grow up too fast. But I'm gonna grow up anyway.
Perkins called Longlegs his most personal film, largely due to this theme of overprotective parents. His father, Anthony, was a gay man who never came out of the closet and died of AIDS complications in 1992. Oz's mom, actress and model Barry Berenson, had kept his father's sexuality and illness a secret from Oz and his siblings, which includes musician Elvis Perkins, who did the music for Longlegs under the name Zilgi. In another tragic layer to his upbringing, Oz's mom was murdered on 9/11, where she was a passenger on the first plane to hit the towers. The fact that their mother had covered up parts of her life that she considered unsavory became the inspiration for Longlegs. Oddly enough, Nick Cage's performance was also inspired by his own late mother.
She used to say to me, "You look just like a little bird when you were born." And
Oh.
yeah, that's Longlegs.
His cuckoo peekaboo
Okay.
from earlier was something she would do to him when he was younger to make him go to sleep. It scared him too. Reflecting on his mother's struggles with mental illness helped Cage view his character more sympathetically despite his unsavory actions. It's similar to the approach he took as Dracula in
Oh
Renfield,
yeah, he
where
was in
based
that.
his
I forgot
character on
about
his father.
that.
Gosh, I channeled my dad for Dracula, and I channeled my mom for Longlegs. What does that say about my childhood?
Oh no.
I don't know, man, but I'm glad this movie could double as therapy for so many people.
Yeah,
involved.
seriously,
Harper
though.
searches a toy chest marked
It's a good
Lee
thing.
stuff and finds a bunch of Polaroids. Hope they've got a clue or something.
Ah!
It's scary. It ushers in another flashback where Ruth confronted the stranger danger, and Longlegs tried to put them at ease with a song.
Let me in now, and it can be nice.
To make these flashbacks feel 70s, they were shot on 35mm film, and Ruth's hair was styled based on, oh wait, kitties from that 70s show?
Yeah, sure is,
I guess
isn't
when
it?
he
Look
was
at
done
that.
belting in her face, Harker snapped a photo of Longlegs, which is what she has now. She brings it to Carter, swearing up and down that this is the guy they're looking for. Not a whole lot to go off of, but with a face this distinctive, the cops are able to track down
Yeah,
Mr.
it's not
Legs,
too hard to get
first
him.
name Longathan. Perkins wanted to keep this first full view of Longlegs as matter of fact as possible, in contrast to his darker, more horror horror movie moments earlier on. He viewed Longlegs as a person who doesn't actually enjoy murder, but is nonetheless compelled to do it. His unnerving appearance is because Nick Cage wanted a full transformation a la Lon Chaney. Perkins and the makeup team took inspiration from botched plastic surgery patients, particularly Jocelyn Wildenstein, dubbed the Cat Lady by news outlets. The character's also modeled after some musicians. His pale skin comes from Bob Dylan's look on his Rolling Thunder review tour, and his hair and aura from Mark Bolan, frontman of T-Rex. The English band's music is all over this movie because it evokes a very specific era. Bolan was a standard bearer for glam rock, the flamboyant early 70s subgenre that was huge in the UK. The associated artists have a very distinct and decadent look, probably best exemplified by Bowie's Ziggy Stardust era.
Oh, yeah.
This explains the kind of guy Longlegs is, and why he's always belting out tunes. That kind of specificity is exactly what I love to see in a horror villain, and it's what helped Longlegs win the prime rib for best villain at the latest horror awards.
That makes
Longlegs
sense.
is revealed to be a doll maker named Dale Ferdinand Cobble. It's a name I've already forgotten. He's fucking Longlegs. He's taken into custody, but they don't have any actual evidence tying him to the crimes. Questioning him doesn't prove to be helpful either.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lee.
Trauma-inducing.
I'm glad they filmed that interview in the creepiest fucking way possible. What, were they trying to traumatize Lee?
Yes!
The freeze frame
I
they
thought
leave on
so.
the TV when they pause it? That's almost as funny as this line from Agent Browning.
I mean, he worships the devil, that's for sure. But in the United States of America, he's allowed to do that.
Cage actually filmed this interrogation for a full 26 minutes, singing and improvising the entire time. Browning's other line references it.
It goes on like that for a while.
For how long?
I can see him wanting to do that.
24 minutes.
For authenticity, DP Orochi shot it on a period-appropriate Panasonic VHS camera. Some test footage they shot was used as a quick cameo for Perkins as a preacher seen earlier on Ruth's TV. Since today is the day Longlegs was supposed to do one more murder to complete his triangle algorithm, Harker begs to interrogate him. She still thinks he has an accomplice, his own Amanda Young running around. Carter would rather leave well enough alone, but he lets Harker do her thing. She steals herself before stepping inside to have her first adult face-to-legs confrontation.
There she is. The almost birthday girl.
She tries to get him to give up his accomplice, but he's too busy Nick Caging it up.
Knock, knock on the farmhouse door. A nice lady with a Bible and a congratulations. You have been selected.
Perfect role, I
You
swear
may
to
now
God.
collect your gift from the church.
After pressing him further, he finally throws her a bone.
Why don't you ask your mommy?
With that and a final Hail Satan, Longlegs suddenly exits the interview with some heavy metal headbanging against the table. Oh
Yep.
man, that's gonna be a lot of paperwork. Shooting the scene was the first time Monroe had seen Cage in full Longlegs makeup. To film it, 2 cameras were put on the table to capture their reactions as Harker walked in. She was allegedly so spooked for real here, her lav mic picked up her accelerated heartbeat.
It looked like you were pretty disturbed.
I was.
That fact was part of Neon's incredible marketing campaign, which included billboards that let you call Longlegs and a whole AR puzzle experience where you deciphered his letters. We head into part 3 with the birthday girls and another addition to the count. Carrie Ann Camera is dead. Carter tells Harker the news. She threw herself from the hospital roof, likely at Longlegs' request. Carter's pissed that Longlegs avoided justice, but now that he's dead, he assumes the whole ordeal is over. But Harker can't get his final words out of her head.
Hail Satan.
Well, okay, then penultimate words. The thing he said about her mom. She and Agent Browning head back to her mother's farmhouse to take Ruth Harker in for questioning. But while Harker's looking for her inside the house, Ruth sneaks up and ends Browning's joyride with a shotgun blast. Harker comes around
the
just
head.
in time to see the double tap and pose for the movie poster. Harker confronts her mother outside where she finds another doll, this one based on Harker. Wow, it's like a my-sized Barbie, if you know that they were made by Satan. After a brief standoff, Ruth turns the gun on Harker. Harker doll, not Harker daughter. She blasts the doll's head off, which gives Lee a bit of a brain fart. Really let it rip, too. Knocked her straight to the ground. Looks like there was something in that brain ball after all. An evil mist. Or maybe a baby smoke monster. I like how the coroner told them it was empty and pointless to open. It's almost like he was under its influence and trying to protect it. The ball busting makes Harker pass out and ushers in the exposition section of the film.
Maybe I should spell it out for you.
And spell it out Ruth does. She narrates what happened after Longlegs visited them, how he tied up Ruth and had his black-cloaked associate stare her down. He told Ruth he'd kill her and her daughter unless she helped him with his deeds. To protect Lee, Ruth agreed to be the forward-facing figure for his whole operation.
Knock, knock, knock on the farmhouse door. a nice lady and the Bible. Honey, congratulations. You've won.
Disguised as a nun, Ruth's job was to get these doppelganger dolls inside the house. Each doll contained a metal ball brain that had a little bit of Longlegs inside. His spirit, and that of the literal devil, is what corrupted the families and led the fathers to violently kill all of them.
From his hiding place within the dolls, the devil did the rest.
Ruth had to sit by and QC the whole thing, making sure it went down like it was supposed to. Doesn't seem like she enjoyed it, but she did it to keep her daughter safe, lending more meaning to that earlier line.
You're not a child because you were allowed to grow up.
Ah, the
Parker
foreshadowing.
actually figured out the whole doll thing earlier, but was dismissed by Carter.
In some cultures, dolls are used in magic to control people.
Longlegs is just a man, Harker, not a witch doctor.
But she was right. The dolls were key to everything going on. That's why the very first shot of the film is from the Harker doll's shrouded POV as Longlegs drove up to her house. I know this movie lost a lot of people here, with the reveal that the devil is real and that he was using a weird-looking ex-rocker to make dolls that would spiritually poison families and get them all murdered. I get it. It's probably especially jarring if you wanted something more grounded like Silence of the Lambs. But I like that this wound up supernatural.
I
And
did
it's not
too.
like it came out of nowhere. Harker was literally reading a devil book in the library. If your problem is you don't think it all adds up in the end, well, I mean, you're not wrong. Perkins admitted he didn't want to flesh out the mythology too much, instead leaving it to audience interpretation.
My honest answer is that I make up only as much as is needed to sort of sit on the top like magic shell. You know, like you pour magic shell on ice cream. There's like it's like the density of the mythology is about magic shell dense.
I do agree that this specific section spells things out a bit too much, like the classroom scene in Us, you know? And yeah, that one line's quite the clunker.
She had once been a nurse. Now her work would be murdering families.
But all in all, it still works for me. Harker comes to inside Longlegs' basement workshop, which, in a black phone-esque twist, is actually in her childhood home. She had seen a bug coming out from under the door earlier, but couldn't open it because it was locked. I guess Double L likes his privacy. Harker answers a ringing phone and hears the voice of Longlegs on the other end. He tells her to get to Ruby's birthday party, so she might as well take his car that she finds parked out back. On the way, she has a good scream, mirroring her tormentor's freak out from earlier. Harker arrives to find Carter wearing a smart cable knit sweater and serving loops into the camera. There's also a blink and you'll miss it reflection in their front door, an outline of the freaking devil. It's one of
Oh,
15
snap, I did
devils
miss
hidden
that.
throughout the film, hinting at his presence throughout Harker's life. Perkins wanted them to make viewers take a closer look at the film. This
I'll
final
have to
appearance
rewatch
was
this
his
now.
favorite, partly because it covered up the camera's reflection in the glass. Inside, Harker finds that Ruth has already crashed the party, sitting there looking like Satan's little hobbit helper. Harker tries to warn Carter about her mom, but he just yells at her to sit up the chit. Looks like the doll Ruth brought over is already affecting the family.
Honey, maybe now would be a good time to bring out the cake.
The cakes. Yeah. I'll find something to cut up the cakes with.
Their fatalist behavior here really freaks me out, especially when Ruth tells Harker it's too late to save Anna. Carter's dialogue confirms his intentions to kill her.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
No, I'll be right back. You'll still be in the kitchen.
Still, it kind of pisses me off that Harker just sits there and lets them go into the kitchen. She hears Carter stabbing Anna to death in there. You could have stopped him, Harker. Anna seemed like a nice lady, and now she's dead. When Carter returns, intending to kill his daughter,
I just chalked that up to being really, really scared and just being frozen in fear.
guns him down. Didn't need no supernatural hunches to know what that guy was about to do. Thinking Ruby has to die to keep up her end of the bargain, Ruth tries to attack, only to get put down by her daughter with a headshot. Harker takes Ruby away from the carnage, and the movie ends with one last message from Longlegs.
Hail Satan.
And of course, a little more T-Rex.
Let me count now the people who died, not once, not twice, but on the background that's always white.
Let's get to the numbers.
Hold on, James. Whoa! No, the devil! Go away! Go away, you! Shoot! Thank you.
Did you see that?
None! It was nothing. It was nothing. Alright, it's fine. They're the numbers.
I counted 12 kills in Longlegs, 5 males and 7 females, which gives us a rare red majority pie chart. Though, I've got to say, they've been less rare lately. As for this exact count and breakdown, we've only seen it once before, in Never Hike Alone 2. With a runtime of 101 minutes, Longlegs had a kill on average every 8.42 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Longlegs, aka, what was it, Martin Cobbler Elf or some shit? This film's actually pretty
Nick
light
Cage,
on violence,
motherfucker.
at least by horror standards, which makes this villain death all the more shocking. His face really fell apart there. Dull machete for lamest kill will go to Anna, whose death was both off-screen and avoidable, Harker. You could have saved her!
Leave her alone, damn it!
Longlegs was released in 2024 and became the highest-grossing independent film of the year, and of Perkins' career. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
Are you ready for your second wish? Soon
snap,
we shall return to the franchise featuring everyone's favorite Genie Meanie.
You're wasting my time now, and you're pissing me off.
Wishmaster 2 sees the Jinn trapped in a new prison.
Oh, no!
Prison.
I was in a hole once for 3,000 years. This should be a breeze.
But while his budget may be lower, this direct-to-DVD demon still has plenty of death to dish out.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Tore up from the floor up. Stomped right into the ground.
This isn't one of those cheap cash grabs.
They're more stupid than you can imagine.
This sequel has all the best parts of the original. Ironic wordplay.
I wanna walk right through the bars, man, and walk right on out of the jail. Come on.
Done.
Bold acting choices.
You know, he's the devil, this son of a bitch.
Cigarettes. Lots and lots of cigarettes.
You want it?
It's like I'm gonna get secondhand smoke just by watching this.
And
Damn.
of course, Andrew Divoff as the Jinn.
Why don't you just tell me what you'd like? And I'll be happy to oblige.
So this week, take a sweaty nap in your underwear and do the Jinn House Rock and watch Wishmaster
Jinn House
2
Rock.
Evil Never Dies.
The time is come.
Then on Friday, take another sweaty nap in your underwear.
Oh,
and
no.
grant yourself the kill count only on Dead Meat.
Time to blow this maximum stand.
Wishmaster 2 can currently be
Such
watched
a
on the
great
Pixar
voice he did there. So, yeah, needless to say, I did love this movie quite a bit. Because you're basically on the edge of your seat the entire time. You don't really know what's going to happen. Super suspenseful as hell, psychological. You had your twists and turns. You had your good kills, your kills off screen. And, of course, that supernatural element that I really did love. The flashbacks, too, were also very, very terrifying and did a great job in telling the story. I cannot say how that I love this movie enough because it truly is fan-freaking-tastic. That's gonna do it for me here. Comment down below, let me know what did you think about Longlegs. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Check all those links I have for you down in the description below. Then lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 now supporters on Patreon. Cruising, Wolverine 310, Kester Kronitz Joshi, Chris Curtis, Vots Coffany, Misa, Misa 2, Fleet Street Vicomp, Songbird 177, Misa 3, Inca Linquist, MB Cardall, 20 Owl, The True Sunny Hero, Yannick Boudreau, Davisto David Asburn, The Demons of Rage, Jazz, Powerpuff Girls fan number 8, Matthew, Macy B, and brand new Peyton supporter Kitty89. And if you two like to have a shout out and in each and every one of my videos, please head on over to patreon.com/Reactor for more. And I'll see you guys next time.